see my ornery line show up here in just a second. I don't know.
No, you look amazing, by the way. You look great.
Thank you. I was trying really hard with the lighting and it's still not perfect, but it's probably the best lighting I've had in quite a while. So it's okay.
No, it looks good. Everything looks great.
Good. Did you get your goodie ideas?
Me?
Yes.
I have some. Let me go grab them really quick.
Okay. Did you try your phone? Here, hold on.
Okay. Do you like this?
Yeah. I can't see what's in them, but yeah.
I will open one to show you guys what is in it.
Okay. Just do it right through the table. Stick it out. The way you can see. Okay. I'm on the
Let
count.
me show you really quick before you begin what is in it. It has the book and it has a sample, whatever we have, and it has my business card and the book. And also it has a flyer of, you know, the benefits of being a hostess.
Okay.
Like what they get and products they can get from being one of our hostess.
All right. Hold on to that though, because we're going to show the rest of them when the rest of the crew gets on here in just a second.
Okay,
So
sounds good.
we'll do that again.
Amy, are you Amy too?
Mom.
But I
Mom
see
didn't
you,
like
I'm
not being able to
do you
see
have a
you, so-
twin?
Yes. That would not be a good thing, but it would be good if I could get some extra work done, maybe.
You freaked me out for a second.
I'm sorry.
I'm like, Amy, I'm seeing double.
Well, you know, that's my trick tonight. Hi, Monica. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
I'm good. Good to see you.
Hello, sister. Hey, Vicky.
Okay. So Monica's going in the prize drawing. You guys be thinking about some crows because we're going to talk about crows here in just a second too.
All right.
Okay. Well, it's officially 7:31, so I say we get going.
Let's
Right?
go, girls.
All right. So, of course, I am Amy Paul. I'm standing in for Joanna and Dre basically today. They both were unavailable to be here tonight, and they said, "Hey, we need help." So I told Vicky earlier we're getting thrown from the frying pan into the fire, just so they can prove that we're going to do this. And that's not the real reason, really, but I'm just teasing Joanna. And she'll laugh because she'll say it's about time. So just wanted to say welcome and glad you guys are on, your girls. And let's see if there's somebody else just pop in. Chrissy Payne. Okay. So she's, I think, muted there, so we can't see her.
I'm just logging on. I'm just trying to get it sorted.
That's okay. Welcome, welcome. All right.
Where's my-
Okay. So hopefully we'll get a few more in here. So tonight we're going to start with some quick announcements. If you girls have got your papers and your, if you've got your papers and your, what do we call them?
Top form.
Popcorn. Thank you, Vicki. It popped right out of my mind. So we're going to talk about recognition first, and then we will be going into some other fun things tonight we have planned for you. So, all right. Welcome, Fran. We'll give them just a second. They're just chiming in here. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. We've got, if you have your pop forms ready, we're going to go ahead and get some recognition done. We'll start with that first. So just as a reminder, Star Consultant Quarter ends June 16th. So some of us have had some pretty big goals. Won't mention any names. So just remember that doesn't matter what the timeline is. It matters about having that deadline, but then actually creating enough momentum to keep you going. And we can talk about some ways to do that tonight, and talking about Go Give and just jumping out there and just talking to people in that 3-foot circle around you, right? I think that came straight from Mary Kay. Anybody within 3 feet is game. So less than 4 weeks to make it happen. So just let's throw out a big number. If you have, say, it's because we did this earlier. If you have about 3,000 that you have left to go for whatever reason, it takes, if you divide that by 30 days, it takes about $100 a day. And that's what, a skincare set or a micro and some supplements. It's not hard. Okay. So just realize if you do have the goal and you've got the will to work and the dedication to make it happen, no matter who it is, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So we're going to do an on-time drawing, and I'm going to have my mom do it over here. So I'm not picking. So pick a name. Don't look, just pick. Okay, give it here. So Zulema. Zulema, you won the on-time drawing. So I have to write that down so I can give it to Joe. All right. So April to June, we're going to do a 500 cash drawing for all who listens to the marketing plan with director follow-up and consultants participating together. So just keep that in mind. Any of your hostesses that you've had that you want to go ahead and get them in on that drawing, it just takes about 10 to 15 minutes tops with Joe or Dre. Involve them in your marketing, and they'll just help you get through the little steps if you get hung up on something. We all know we can do it. They just want to hear us be fabulous so they can just shout us out to our friends, right? So who can't be fabulous here?
Everybody.
Can anybody raise your hand if you're not fabulous? Because we need to talk.
No, I'm not. I am fabulous. I am fabulous.
Then there you go. So, all right. Just a little trick I do with some of my peeps whenever we're getting together is I tell them, I said, when after we're done with our makeovers, we have to say, when you're looking in the mirror and you're passing it and they're giving compliments, I said, you have to look at me and say, I'm fabulous. And they're like, I'm not doing that. And I'm like, well, then you're not fabulous enough. We got to get that going, because you're feeding that positive energy into them and they enjoy that. And then pretty soon you'll say it again. And then they say it with meaning, because now they're starting to believe it. So that's important to make all of our people believe that they are fabulous and that they can do the things that they see us doing. Because if they think it's unattainable, then they don't try. But if they think it's attainable and they can do it, they will do it. All right. So let's go over crows. Who has crows? Anybody have a fabulous week they want to talk about real quick?
I had a fabulous day.
Well, you tell me about it, Miss Vicki.
All right, I'm just now totaling it up. 775.
Whoa.
Yeah,
You're the
I
one,
did.
girl.
I didn't do much last week, so I gotta catch up.
That- That's what I'm talking about. See, that's the attitude. So, and how did you do that?
Actually, they're reorders. They're reorders.
Okay, well, that's an avenue of income, so that's
It
great.
is. Yeah, it is. I love reorders. I really do, but I gotta get some new people. Gotta get some
Yes.
fresh blood. Mhm,
Yes, that's very important, very important.
mhm.
Monica, did you have anything you wanted to crow about this week?
Actually, I was in Colorado all week, so on vacation.
Okay,
So I don't have anything to brag about, but next week I will.
Mhm, she will.
okay, that's right. How about Chrissy? Any crows? Anything fabulous happened in your life this past week?
Can't hear.
Oh, I had an interview, so it was not Mary Kay related, but I had an
Oh.
interview and I think it went well.
Well, that's wonderful.
Very
That's
good.
wonderful. I bet you looked fabulous.
By the way.
Somebody on my way out of the interview, a girl said, "You look so pretty,"
Mhm.
and I was so shocked. I didn't say anything. Had I, when I got home, it's like, damn, I could have used that.
That's right. All right, does anybody
There
else
we
have
are.
anybody else have any crows?
Fran,
Fabulous Fran?
Fabulous Fran, what did I have? Well, I did my weekly accomplishment. There you go.
There you go.
My weekly accomplishment.
You
Had
turned it
15
into your director.
There you go. I turned it into my director.
Awesome. That's great. I think everybody should do a little bit more of that. Just because I'm tired of seeing my name up there constantly, but you know how many years I got harped at until I got it right? So if I can do it, you can do it too. No,
It's
they
just
don't,
a
they
matter
love
of-
us to success. They don't harp on us. They love us.
Once
to-
you get the habit of doing it on
It's
Sunday
simple.
or Monday morning, because I don't know, if you're on Joe's time, you don't have as much time, but since anybody on the East Coast, we've got about 3 hours on Monday that we can cheat if we get busy on Sunday.
We're not gonna tell anybody that.
That's okay, just as long as it gets in, that's all she cares about. Before
That's
11
right.
o'clock Pacific time.
That's right. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to introduce our fabulous, amazing professional makeup artist and allow her to come and present to us just a few little things here real quick. And we will get that in just a second. So if you want to go ahead, Zulema. Miss Zulema, where'd she go?
I'm right here.
Okay. Okay, so can you go ahead? All right, are you ready?
I think so.
Okay, you go ahead and then as soon as you're done, we'll go over everybody's recognition and points, and then we're going to talk about tips for meeting people out on the go and getting exciting leads for the end of summer and how we can do those things. So if you want to go ahead with your presentation, because you're awesome and amazing, and there you go.
I was my task for this meeting. First of all, hi guys, let's have fun. And our amazing directors are not here with us, but they are with us in spirit. And we are trying our best just to keep the show going. So I was told by Joanna that if I could do a little tutorial about contouring. You guys know I love contouring. And I will do that. Unfortunately, today I'm not at my 100%. You guys know I love to do my makeup, my hair and everything, but I wake up with this horrible thing in my eye. So I have to run to the doctor office, and that's what I've been doing pretty much all day today. So, but it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and start with a tutorial of the contouring. And after that, I will show you my goodie bags that I have in my car with me all the time. And when I have that when when I have what Chrissy said, like when I feel that I can get out of my comfort zone, I pass them out. Sometimes I have so many opportunities to just talk about Mary Kay, or when they compliment my lipstick and everything. And I was, instead of saying Mary Kay or give them a goodie bag, I just say, thank you. But we are working on it, right, guys? We are working on it, and it's one day at a time, and we are better today than we were yesterday. So here you go. I am going to do my contouring. I usually use the Latte. This is my palette, and it's, you know how palettes are, we're full of dust and everything. I usually do it during the week when I'm just running around, running errands, the Latte contouring. I use the Latte, but when I go out, I use a Cocoa, the darker tone. So today, because I don't have that much makeup, because again, I couldn't do my eyes, I feel like naked in front of you guys. I'm
You
gonna
don't
just
look naked.
so this is what works for me. I've been trying to teach everybody that wants to learn about contouring. What is the shape? What is your face, the shape of your face? What is it that you're comfortable with? But at the end of the day, the key for a good contouring is you have to play with it. You have to play with contouring until you see until you find what you like. Because it's like they give you watch videos, you see so many videos, and they give you so much information, and at the end of the day you end up clueless and you don't know what to do because it's too much information. And even though they direct you and depends on the shape of your face, it might not work for you. So what I end up doing when I do makeovers for my customers, I just do to them what I do to me. Even though their face shape is different, and they like it, they love it. And this is, I'm gonna stop talking and less talking and more working. So it can go in, out, or either way. So I have that practice of going two ways. But if you guys are not comfortable with doing this, you guys can choose to just do it like this. And Amy, you're gonna have to help me if I get started with my English and how to explain what I'm doing, please. So like this.
You're fabulous.
Huh?
You're fabulous.
Thank you. So when you're not used to wear too much makeup, you can just do a small line. Like I like the thick line because I love makeup. I don't want to overwhelm my customers when I'm doing their contouring. So I do thinner lines, but when they want the big change of seeing the look, we go ahead and do the thicker it is your line, the more the best difference you're going to notice when it comes to contour. So if you do it very thin, it's going to show the contouring, but it's not going to be that dramatic effect that you're looking for. So pretty much this is what I do. I don't even do that much of a blush anymore because this contouring is also an effect that gives you as a blush. So once I blend my contour, I don't blend it all the way, and it stays as a blush at the same time of when I'm contouring. So I do a line here in my forehead. Sometimes they have a wide forehead. This is a line that really perfects your forehead when you have that fixture in your face that you want to see in a smaller forehead. But in cases like Vicky, that her hairdo, she have bangs, she doesn't need to do this line. So again, you have to work around all the time when you're contouring. It depends of the shape of your face, the hair, and everything else. So this line is amazing when you want to perfect the size of your forehead. Yes, Vicky.
Are you using the Cocoa or the Latte right
I'm
now?
using the Cocoa right now. because I didn't put any makeup besides my lipstick and powder foundation. So I'm using like the one that Let's Go. Oh, girls!
I
Okay.
hear a Riva coming on.
Taking advantage of Joanna and Andrea, they're not here, so I can be loud and crazy. Okay, so once you work with your forehead, we have to make sure we do the line of our face. This line is amazing because it helps you when you have a double chin. I never say that to my customers, but I really love doing this line because it really helps. And even though you don't have a chin, like double chin, this line separates your face with your neck, and it gives you an amazing effect. Again, when you're doing contouring, you don't have, those lines they don't have to be perfect. You just play with them, and again, it's all about practice. And also, do you see like it looks darker here than here? It really doesn't matter because we are going to blend. So
Suleima.
What was that?
Do you already have your foundation done?
Yes, I have
Yeah,
a powder foundation.
And which did you use, the silkening or did you use the liquid or the matte?
I just
Powder.
use powder and these amazing filters from Zoom. That's like so perfect.
Well, you're gonna have to teach us that, but okay. So she
Yeah,
does have
girls,
her
you have to
foundation
use
on.
the filters from Zoom.
And what color foundation do you use with the
I
mineral?
use, okay, you're getting me there, but I have 3 different shades that because I have my dark spots, some of the areas in my face needs more cover than others. So let me tell you, bear with me because I'm not like Andrea that she can remembers everything, ingredients and names and everything, not me. Okay, one of them is beige 1. And the other one that I use for my neck and just to make sure my face doesn't look darker or lighter than my neck because we need to make sure they match. It is beige 2. So these are the 2 main colors that I use when it comes to do my foundation with powder. Besides, you know, the primer and the moisturizer and everything else we do in our routines, right?
Is that the cream to powder foundation?
No, it's just the regular powder.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And okay, so but we're all different because when I want the perfect effect like what I have right now without filter, I need to do the foundation. The foundation, Mary Kay foundation is amazing. I love it. Okay. Any other
What
more?
brush are you using, by the way, Zuleima?
Which
What
one?
brush?
What brush? I'm using the all over eyes brush.
Okay.
Huh.
I love that.
For every single line that I'm doing for my contour. Okay.
And you always use that one?
Hmm?
You always use that
Yes.
brush?
Yes, for these areas, yes. The only brush that I don't use for my contouring is for the nose. Remember that we want to get our nose more thin or defined. What is another word, Amy, that we can use for the nose?
For the nose,
Contouring our nose to make it look more
thick or
stylish.
thin, thick or
Slender.
thin, long or short?
Slender.
Smaller, because
Yeah,
we
you can make
always
mine smaller.
yes, because we always are concerned about having such a wide nasals, right? We always
wanna
want
thin
to
it?
get rid of that. Every single person that I do contour is either the nasals or if they have, you know, if their nose is too pointy at the end. So to do the nose, I'm gonna have to take my glasses off. And I just use, okay, I need my glasses on again to see which one it is. This is the Repli de Eco, I don't know. Oh, it's in another language. Languages. Chris.
Crease.
Chris. Bingo! Loteria!
Cha-cha-cha-cha.
Mhm.
Okay, so the eye crease, and we do two small lines right here. Excuse my eyes, guys. My ugly eye. You see? People is always afraid to go too in. Don't ever be afraid to go in, because if you don't like it, you just get rid of it and do it again. Or you can blend it all the way and you will get rid of all that contour. So sometimes people use forks. Have you ever tried to use a fork? Well, I have Eva as one of my consultants that she signed up just to, you know, buy her products at our price. But she told me she used the fork like this, and she does the two lines right here, these two, and it works amazing. Myself, I don't have to do that because again, I have the practice, right? What do you think? You like it?
Yep, looks
Can you
great.
see the nose already that it looks amazing without even blending? I'm just gonna leave it like that. Anyways, no.
You were doing awesome.
No, we're gonna do the nasals because, you know, even myself, even though people tell me they're not as wide or big, I feel like they are. And the more mature and the more interesting age we get, our nasals, they tend to get wider. I don't know why. Anyways, so this is what you do. You contour this area of your nose. And again, don't be afraid. Right now, the filter is amazing, but it's making it look more than what it is. So don't get scared. It's all good. Okay. There you go. You see?
Mhm.
Okay. That's it. When it comes to contouring and the cocoa, this is only what I do. This is only what I do for my girls when I do their makeovers. And they love it. And it looks amazing. And most of any other shape and face faces. What do you, how do you say?
Facial shapes, yeah.
Okay, now for the highlighting, you see we have like different highlighters. I like one that is discontinuous, so I'm not gonna use it because Joanna won't like that. So I'm just using one of the very light,
Is that glaze?
yes, the glaze
Glaze.
highlighter. Thank you, Amy, you're a lifesaver.
You're
And
welcome.
when we are in a, like, when you're younger, you can do highlighter all over your face. When we're not that young, we cannot put that off. So we're not going to do it. So I learned that when we want to use some highlighter, we just do the what is this part of our eye?
The inner corner.
Inner corner. Thank you, Amy. You are right here. So we give brightness and light to our eye. And then we play a little bit more here. That's it. Do not do it too much. Do not overdo it. Because if you do that, then we're thinking we are 20 and we look like 20, but we're not.
What's wrong with that?
Huh?
What's wrong with that?
Right. For the nose, this is a big one. Here. Always do the tip of your nose. Older people have told me, oh, I look ridiculous if I do that. No, honey. It looks amazing when you know how to do it. But people is afraid to do it. People is afraid to get used to it. And they rather not do it instead of getting used to it or feeling comfortable about it. When they get the practice and they're comfortable with their contouring, it makes a big difference and it helps that nose contour to even look even better. So it's just here. We're not gonna overdo it. It's just the tip of our nose. And if you feel like you wanna look more glamorous, you do a little bit here and top. That's it. Not all the way, not all the everywhere. Just the tip of your nose and over here. That's it.
Okay,
Now-
so we have a question.
Okay.
So is it important to let the cocoa set for a certain length of time before you blend it?
It doesn't matter. You
Doesn't
can
matter.
put it on and blend it as you go, or you can do everything like I'm doing it right now and blend it later. all
Okay.
together. So
Okay,
it really doesn't matter. Again, it's however you like it and you are more comfortable with, or how much time do you have to do your contouring?
okay,
And the last one would be the teeth here, the top
The
of your
V?
lips. Right now, I'm not gonna overdo it because I have lipstick already. Again, they say, if you are old, don't do that. I'm okay, I was gonna say a bad word, but I can't because they're recording. That's not true, just do it. Because you're not gonna get a humongous brush and do all the highlighting all over your lips. You're just gonna do like a very tiny line. And do you see how beautiful it looks in top of your lips? It really gives you that, the light, the youthness that we need and we are looking for. And this is it, guys.
Now, was that the little lip brush that you just used?
Yes, I use the same brush I use for my, oh no, this is a different one, never mind.
Is that an eye crease brush too, or?
This is, I have glasses and I told the doctor that I need a new prescription because I can't even see with my glasses. It is, okay, you should know, Amy, you are an expert. This
Oh,
is,
to scale. I think that's that's a different eye crease brush, I do believe.
yes, this is, it is rounded instead of
Yes,
the one I use. This is the one I use for my nose.
that's the eye blending brush.
And this is the one I use for the highlighter in the eyes and in the lips.
Okay, all right.
Is that the smudger?
I will post the names of all the brushes that I'm using
Perfect.
when we finish.
Now, do you blend this in now that you've got everything on?
Yes, last thing is to blend it. So we just blend it. And that's it, guys. I wish I was able to do my hair and my eyelashes and my beautiful eyeshadows today for you guys, but well,
You can't.
yeah, not today.
You just
Next
have to
time.
make lemonade. When life gives us lemons, we make lemonade.
We make dresses, Amy. Let me tell you this story. So I put a dress with lemons for Mother's Day, and my sister showed up with my little niece that she's 9 months old with a dress with lemons. So I post a picture on Facebook saying, when life give us lemons, we make dresses.
There you go.
Or lemonade. There you go. So you see, guys, that I've been going like very not gentle and anything because it's me. Of course, if I was doing it on you or in a customer, I will be like, how do you feel? What do you feel? Let me know if I'm being too harsh on you. Right? Okay.
Never, never, never.
No, yeah, I do have a heavy hand, by the way. Okay. So it is using circles or tapping with it. And another thing, I always tell my customers when they decide when they don't have the brushes or they don't want to purchase the brushes because whatever reason, I tell them that they can use a sponge and it's whatever they have. Sponges, they can use even their fingers, even though it's not a good sales point. Oh, I'm gonna get in trouble. But I just want to give my customers the option of if they're purchasing the products to do contour, but they don't have, they can't buy the whole thing if they don't have the brushes. I will always ask them, what is it that you have that you can go work with, and let's figure out together, right?
Okay, so I have a quick question. So what do you offer your customers as a set? Do you do this as a set where you like maybe include like the brush set with the cocoa, the glazed, and the latte? And is there anything else that you would recommend altogether if they wanted to concentrate on contouring and highlighting as a package?
When I do their color session, I always try for them to get the basics. In this case, the cocoa and the highlighter.
Okay.
And if they can get the brushes, yes. This brush, usually they buy it because They can work with any other products or any other tools when they're doing contouring. But when it comes to blending, I like this best than anything else. Now, when they said, I want to get it all, but I can't, I do offer them, okay, let's say if you buy this much, I will give you a small discount. Being honest with you guys, it's something that I'm improving on, because when I get on those situations where customers, they just want to try everything, but they don't want to buy anything, I don't know how to close the sale. So, and it's something that
Host a party, get some free product.
Yeah, that's a great way to do it. And are you all blended out there, dear?
no, I just need to do my nose.
Okay.
And I'm done.
So when you get done with that, I'm gonna tell you guys a little story here real quick.
So what do you guys think? You can see, right? You can still see the lines.
Mhm.
It looks great.
That
Yes,
looks
it does.
good.
It looks amazing.
And if you can see for the highlighting, you don't blend it. If you think it's too much, you just use your finger. But I usually just leave it like that, like how I apply it, because I know how much product to apply. Again, it's something that is going to come to you as much when you are, you master your contouring. And I'm
Awesome.
done.
Wow, everybody give Zulema a hand. She's amazing. Woohoo! Thank
Excellent.
you so much for doing that. That was awesome. And so I really think you should come up with a gift set to go with that, because when you're teaching it, it would make a huge point. And then you can say, hey, this is what we've used tonight. I've already have it in a convenient little gift set for you. And it's, whatever price here. And then if you want to add to it and they want to customize it bigger, you can say, this is the basics to do this, to look fabulous. And then there's the next set for more.
Thank you, Amy.
You are welcome. I appreciate you doing that tonight. So real quick, because I think somebody has to leave early. So let's do some recognition real quick for everybody. So we are going to start with, does anybody have any questions first? Zulema did awesome. Does anybody have any questions for her?
It's beautiful.
Everybody's good? Awesome. Okay, so everybody gets 10 points for being on live. Everybody who turned in their weekly accomplishment sheets is going to be Arlene, Courtney, Fran, Joan, Vicky, and myself. And so I'm going to write my 10 points down here. All right, so we have 10 points for Star Week of 300 in sales or higher goes to Miss Vicky, and I just bumped the camera. So congratulations, Vicky.
Thank you.
We've got that one. And then 20 points goes for the Queen of Sales, which I promise you it's not rigged, but it was me.
Hey, good.
Oh, I do have a question in the chat. So how do we change the contouring for bronze skin? Zulema, this question's for you.
Mhm.
For bronze skins.
Yes. So if
We don't
you,
have that many for the colors that we have for contouring, there are only 2. So when it comes with different skin tones, it is something that as a consultants, we're gonna have to talk to our customers and ask them, what is it that works best for you? Let's say if we don't have that tone in contouring products, we can also use eyeshadows.
I was gonna say, that's a great idea to use the eyeshadows, because there's several that are darker that may look really well,
Skin tone of-
especially like, even with the highlighting. You could maybe do something a little bit like, say, shiny penny on a very light hand and make it stand out and look bronze and beautiful. So, and you might think different, so you give them a hit. Okay, all
Okay,
right.
we have
So,
another question in the chat.
okay. All right. You said you've had another question?
Joanna, I think, or to me. It was direct to me, but I don't understand what she said.
Okay. I'm not seeing what you're seeing. So
Oh,
I know she just asked how we changed the contour for the bronze skin. So let me see my. We'll just see if we can figure this out real quick. Hold on. So maybe that was just it.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty. So we'll move on here then. So just as a reminder, we have a challenge. And this challenge was for the P1, P2, P3, or P4 in May. So what that means is we are challenging faces and we're challenging career chats and sales. So if we do, you're touching it, that's why. Hold on just 1 second here. There you go. So if you're doing P3, you get 9 new faces, 3 new career chats, and then 300 in sales for the month. If you did P6, and I think this is to earn those jewelry boxes that Joanna had, and I believe that is all on the website at Joanna Shipe Superstars. P6 is going to be 18 new faces, 3 new career chats, and 600 in sales. P10 is going to be 30 new faces, 10 new career chats, and $1,000 in sales. So, and then P15, we're just kicking it up a notch. We are going to be doing 48 new faces. We're going to be doing 18 new career chats, and then we're going to be doing 1,500 in sales. So just as a reminder, that is one of the things that she's doing for challenges for this year, for this month. So, all right, so I'm going to tell you a little something I did this week. So I had an amazing appointment. I'll say it that way. I had a lady who came to the door. I had booked a facial, and so I called her back and said, we're going to do this facial. Let's go ahead and get it done and set it up. So when she came to the door, I had to catch my composure. And I don't know if anybody's ever had to do this or not, but so you can laugh with me. But I'm sitting here going, thinking, this is not the lady I had in my mind that was coming to the appointment. Okay, because I did a vendor event, and my daughter was with me the day that I did the vendor event, and I was already speaking to a lady, and this person came by our table, and I thought, okay, I can't like separate because it was a really important segment of the conversation. So I said, she could go ahead and get the name and the number and put them in for the drawing, and that was great. And then so when the lady arrived at the door, I had to like catch my composure, and I'm like, hi, how are you? Welcome, let's come on in. And she said, was it okay to bring her 2 boys with her? And I've never done facials with boys. I've done men's facials, but that's a little different. So these boys were 11-year-old twins, and the mom really needed that little bit of me time, but I didn't want to make them feel out of sorts. So I said, do you want them to do homework or watch TV? Or would you rather let them participate? Like, you need to tell me what you want me to do here. And she goes, oh no, I think they'll like it. So this is what I did. So I turned lemons into lemonade, right? I'm like, I don't know how this is going to go, but we're going to wing it. So we went ahead, and I started doing the satin hands when they walked in. And of course, their little faces are like, what is this on my hands? Like, because they've never felt anything like it. And I'm like, it's okay. You just keep rubbing it in. It's going to feel really good when you take it off. And they're like, ew. You could just see that they're like, it was just like so foreign to them. I'm like, you boys play in mud all the time. It's just like mud pies. Come on. We just got to rub it in. So we rubbed it in, and then they washed their hands, and they're like, ooh, it feels so good. So you have to not worry about the oohs so much as the getting to the ahs, because it'll get there. So they loved their hands, and then we came in and we started doing facials, and I didn't really think this person would purchase anything. And I thought it'll be okay. It's just, we'll check off a face, we'll check off a full circle appointment, and it's going to be fine. Either way is fine with me. So we're doing the facial, and we do the satin lips, and I see these boys going, ooh, I don't know if I like it. So, but they're still rubbing, they're using their ring fingers. They're listening to what I say, and they're just taking it all in. And then we wash it off, and we did a clear proof facial with them. And they're like, our skin feels so good. And I'm like, that's amazing, guys. So, all right. So then the boys are happy. They're all taken care of. And mom's getting a little bit of relaxation there, and she's laughing at the kids because, she's like, it'll be all right, boys. But she had an amazing time. And so as I closed the appointment, because I asked her, I said, what is it there you want to change? And she's like, I want to change this wattle neck. And I said, and that was her words, not mine. I would never tell somebody they had a wattle neck at all. So just don't do that. It's not recommended. So, but that was her words. And I said, okay, well, I said, to do that, there's a wonderful product that we have called the Advanced Lifting Serum. And so we use that. And I said, but I'm only going to allow you, now this is key, you have to listen to me here. Only apply it on half the face. Only. Okay. And you let them pick their worst side. But literally, you draw a line straight down. And I do it all the way down to the neck because that's what she wanted to correct. So, because you can't see it if you don't believe it if you can't see it for them, especially with that product. So she's like, you're going to make me look like the stroke victim, aren't you? And I said, yes, because, that's what it did. And so you want to paint a picture here after they apply it. I start it here. I say, imagine an imaginary line straight across your eyes. Imagine an imaginary line coming out from your nose and right here at your cheeks, and then come to your chin. And then you can use the collarbone as your secondary point if you need to, but have them just let it soak in. Don't let them look right away, but they know what they look like before, right? Because we all know what's going on in our face because we all pick out our faults. So, but you let them look. At the end of the appointment, I said, okay, now we're going to put your arms out here with your mirror at arm's length, and I want you to look at it. And she's like, oh, I like that. So I'm like, okay. And I'm not really assuming the sale, but I am assuming the sale because they want it. Once they see and they believe and they like what they see, they're wanting to take it home. So I said, okay, we've done this. And I went over the career opportunity. And I said, what would you like to take home with you today? And she's like, I really want the skincare set. And I'd like that microdermabrasion, but I really would like that lifting serum. And I'm like, okay. Now, the other interesting fact to this is she's Mennonite / Amish, okay, which they do a lot of skincare and not so much glamour. So I did a very bare, I think the Better Than Bare lipstick and just a real neutral shade of eyeshadow and just a dash of mascara is all I did. No blush, nothing like that at all. And so she said, well, I only brought 200 with me, but I'd really like that lifting serum. Okay, now listen to me, guys. That was a miracle set. That was microdermabrasion. Okay, I did throw in her foundation for free. Okay, but then I said, what would you like to do to get your lifting serum? And she said, I don't know. What could I do? And I said, why don't you sell 100 more for me and I'll give it to you for free? You know what? 2 days later, ring, ring. And I said, yes, how can I help you? And she said, I've sold you 3 satin hand sets. Can I pick up my lifting serum? Okay, guys. So, we can do this. We make it hard sometimes. So that's a good example of turning obstacles into a success, because it's not always easy to do appointments with children sometimes, let alone boys, but they might be a little bit easier than the girls because they all tried it and they didn't talk too much. So who knows, but we all have to have fun, but making them feel important and having them know what's in it for them. Because Mary Kay said, like, make them feel important and they all want to know what's in it for me. Right. So think about that when you're talking to them. Ask them if there's something big they'd like to change with their skin, and then we can go from there. So we turned it into an awesome, booked a second appointment. And one quick thing with this, I don't have the magazine with me, but remember the magazine that has the clinical solutions on the front page. So there's a page in there that says it just fits in our lives. It's like the slogan. Open up that, Chrissy. I wonder how I can spotlight her. Let me see if I can do it. I don't know how to spotlight you. Okay, so open it. Are you there to that page, Vicki?
Yeah.
Okay, now, is there not a lady's face there? She's looking down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do you see it?
That she's looking down? No.
I'm pretty sure it's that one, the clinical solutions.
None of these are looking down.
Yes, 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 it is. Okay.
Okay.
See that lady in the upper corner right beside your eyes?
This one?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Since several of you have that magazine, this is what the lady asked me when we picked up our product. And I'm like, I didn't see this. Okay. My husband was with me and she goes, I have a question for you. And I said, well, go ahead. What is it? You know, let's see if you can stump me. Play the game, right? And she's like, my son picked this out. Matthias said, this looks like Miss Amy. And I'm like, okay, and you guys can look at that picture. And she said, show it to your husband and ask him who this looks like. And literally he goes, it does look like you. And I said, that is such an honor. I said, but really it's not me. So, but you know, he's like in cahoots with that too, because he's like, it really does look like you. So they
Mhm.
thought I had won an award, but the little boys picked that out. That was awesome.
Oh, cool.
So you can have so much fun with your guests and your clients. So
Mhm.
just enjoy doing that. Okay, so we need to practice. And Joanna's going to get on me here, but we need to practice. So Zulema, you have your bag. We're going to show you a couple little examples of something you can do while you're out. So I have two examples and she's got something there. Zulema, you go ahead with yours.
Okay, guys, this is the goodie bags that I made for one of my events, and they really like what I have inside, what I gave them, because it's wrapped, so it's a surprise. Once they open it, they have inside the look. Excuse my book, it's an oldie, but I've been piling books all over, so I just cross the items that they're not available anymore, and I let them know that is a book from a different from before. I also give them a sample of whatever we have. It doesn't have to be this, it can be anything that you might have. And the book have my car business, and also this flyer that I made a while ago for possible hostess, that what is it that they can earn or they can get for free once they become hostess, and also where to go to find me and social media. And I pass them out when I have the guts to do it. That's it.
We all have guts every day, right? They come with us. So it's the grit we need to keep bumping up. Determination. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple that I have here. So I just took the satin lips bag. I had some extras of those and I slipped down a Time Wise repair sample in there. And mine might not be so fancy, but there's a little butterscotch candy there. And you can fix, any type of little samples you need. You can keep them super simple. There's my business card with a little lipstick on the back. And then you can hand it to them, talk to them about it. So we're going to go over a couple varieties of scripts here. And I have my cheat sheets. You'll have to just bear with me. But so an example of number one is you're at the dentist's office and you're checking out. And here's your options. Option one, this staff has been so amazing today, and I would love to thank you with my prize patrol. Would it be okay to give you a call? I'm sorry, would it be okay to give you all a fun treat today? Now, who's going to say no to a fun treat?
Mhm.
Right? The second way is the best way to get names. Susie, as the person who checks everybody in, would you like to be my prize patrol representative today? How many goodie bags may I gift you with to distribute to the others? So there's usually somebody else in the back office. And so that's somebody you'd want to get in touch with too. So is there any reason why I can't have your contact information so I can let you know when I am coming by with enough for the whole office? Option number three, if the opportunity presents itself, ask the dentist, may I drop some goodie bags by for your staff this week? If they say yes, better yet, may I suggest a lunch and learn one day this week, they can bring their lunch and I can demo some skincare tips and offer specials and give everybody a little goodie bag. No pressure at all. Okay, so we're gonna practice doing this. And there's not that many of us on. So if you all are okay, instead of going into breakout rooms, how about we just all practice a couple times?
Mhm.
So Fran, where do you have trouble meeting people the most? And we're not doing this as like a pressure
Right.
thing, but just asking honest, open questions, and maybe we can all help each other out and build each other up to move forward in a better manner. So what would be your trouble spot that you have trouble to meet people with?
My trouble is not meeting the people. My trouble is segueing into Mary Kay. You know, I meet people all the time, chatting about whatever and what have you. But the segue, it's not till after I leave that I'm like, oh my God, I should have said this, I should have said that. So getting that segue to that one perfect phrase that's not gonna turn them off, I don't want to lead with Mary Kay. I want to say something and then Mary Kay, but I trip over my tongue and trip over everything. So that's what I have trouble with.
Okay, well, we don't all have to be perfect because none of us are. So just being the best you that you can be, which one of these would you like to try?
Let's do I don't the dentist office.
Okay.
Yeah, because that could be anywhere, grocery store, whatever.
Okay, so you book the dentist. You go right ahead. Show us what you got. You can do it.
Okay. So hi, Dr. Jones. Does he know I sell Mary Kay? I have to tell him that. I see. This is the thing. This is
No,
the thing.
Dr. Jones. I
Don't say
don't
you
know.
sell Mary Kay.
What do I want to say? I want to say, would you be open to me coming in and having a lunch
And learn.
and learn with your staff? Yeah, I know you guys close between noon and 1, and everybody can bring their lunch, and it'll take just about a half an hour, and everybody will get a little treat and learn, skincare for about a half an hour, pamper them with a little skincare event.
That sounds wonderful. When would you like to do that?
I am open for any day between, at your lunch hour. What is most convenient for you? I don't want to disrupt, your office or anything. Let me know what is a good day this week that I can come on
Okay,
your guys' lunch hour.
How about Wednesday?
Wednesday's great. So I'll be here at noon. You let the ladies know, and I will let them know, and I'll be here at noon for lunch and learn on
Awesome.
Wednesday.
Awesome. Now, how many ladies are we going to be doing?
How many ladies are we going to be doing? How many ladies am I going to be doing? Yes, I need to know that.
Yes.
And what their faces are. I'll go out on my way out. I'll find out, what their skin issue are. I'll have them fill out a card. That's what I'll do.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm winging it, faking
Great.
it till I break it.
Great job, Fran. And you know what? It's just practice. It's just practice. We're just practicing now. So we're not putting anybody on the spot. We're just, even I stumble. I probably say the word too much if you really want to know the truth. So like, we all know what we do. So it's not about making anybody feel anything different. This is just us talking amongst ourselves, and we're here to learn and get better. So, Chrissy, how about you? Do you have a great idea of where you would like to meet someone that is, like, say you met somebody at a shopping appointment and you have a goodie bag in there? What is your opportunity to get that goodie bag into her hands?
Now, you said something earlier and I liked it, and I can't remember what it was.
Notes.
I'm trying to write it down, and I think I wrote something else down, and in that meantime forgot what. Anyway,
Is it one of the options that I did?
yeah, it was when you said something about, will you be my, I don't know what you
Our
said.
price patrol
Yes,
representative?
yes,
Okay, so you can use that one anywhere. Like, it could be an office, it could be the grocery store, it could be like a department store. Like, use that scenario to get us somewhere. And
yeah.
just pretend you're like, handing that out to a stranger. You don't know her from Adam, but you're just getting that name and number.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So in that prize patrol thing, that is a goodie bag that you give them, is it?
Yes,
Right.
with your name and number, and the object is to get what?
Their name and number.
Yes.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I'm often out in, shopping or whatever, and I see people and I think, ooh, they look really nice. And then that's as far as it goes. I chicken out of actually asking them. So I need just to do it.
Can I tell you something?
Mhm.
You look fabulous, and you look like you have it all together. So they probably think the same thing about you, right? Do you think that? Do you ever think that? So don't ever chicken out. It's if we chicken out and we see that person that we know we need to talk to, sometimes we don't get rewarded by God giving us the next person, I think. And I could be totally wrong. But like, if you don't use your talents, just think about that, because they will definitely love the fact that you asked them and gave them a compliment.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
you want to practice what you want to think before you enter that place of business.
Yeah.
Right. So if you know somebody sharp there that's working there and you frequented that place before, make sure that you're like thinking in your head, hey, if I see that really cute lady at the checkout counter or the supervisor that's there, maybe I can get a name and number. Maybe I haven't had the opportunity. Maybe they walked away when you were just getting ready to go up to them, or somebody was talking to them and you couldn't interrupt, something of that nature. So maybe think about what you'll say there, but give it a shot.
Yeah.
Okay. Chris, you
Okay.
want to book me?
Mhm.
Okay. Hi, would you mind if I gave you a little gift? Because I've spotted you, and I think you are super smartly dressed, and you look amazing. And I would just like to give you a gift. Would you mind?
No, I would love a gift. Thank you so much.
There you go. I think, please, could I contact you to see what you think of the gift? Would you
Oh, well,
mind giving
yeah.
me your name and number?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's awesome. So, Zulema, did you do something with a clothing store last year? Did you book them? What tips did you give for them? I
What
can't
was
hear
the
you.
question, Amy?
Okay. Did you do something with a clothing store last year? And how did you book them?
Booked the store?
Yes,
You mean for letting me be there?
I believe so. Was it an outlet table or something?
Yes. I used to be a customer in that store, and I was kind of familiar with the manager and the employees. And one day I just start talking to the manager, and she told me, "Hey, would you like to come?" She's the one that booked me. She's the one that told me, "You want to come over and you want to set up a stand here and have your products for our customers." So once she did that, it gave me the confidence of me being me, when I'm relaxed and crazy and funny and having a good time. So I just like all over. And that was it. And she loved the fact that I was bilingual and I was able to help the customers with their needs in the store when they were asking questions about the cloth, their sales and everything they had at the store. So it was
That's awesome. Does anybody else have an idea of where they succeeded in getting a name with where they didn't chicken out, right? Where they said, I can do it and I'm going to make it happen. Who has an example of that?
I did actually ask one of the girls at Old Navy. She was behind the checkout, and I gave her a sample, and I got her name and number. But I don't know. One of those times when I just thought, no, I'm just going for it. I said, you've been so sweet. Do you mind if I give you a gift? And she said, sure. And I said, it's a little Mary Kay sample. Any chance that I could follow up with you? And I got her name and number. No, nothing ever came of it, but I did it. And
That's
I
awesome.
need to keep doing that.
Yeah. So how you get comfortable with it, ladies, is simply to keep doing it over and over and over.
Mhm.
And every opportunity is not the same. So you may have to like wiggle it a little bit. For an example, one of the things I used to do at Easter time was getting the little Easter eggs and putting the little sample in it and saying to them, would you mind if I gave you a gift? And she said, no, what is it? Because we were in the drive-in line. So I knew she didn't have much time because they're like on time all the time. You have to be like meeting a certain criteria. So I said, would you mind if I gave you this gift? I said, it has exactly the right look for you. Get it? It was a play on words, exactly egg. So it was really cute. So she remembered that and she's like, oh, I love that. We called and followed up with each other. I got her name and number. We booked her. She was a friend and customer for years. So that's a really cute little trick too. And then when you meet somebody at the checkout line or you're in the store and you smile and you kind of have that little connection and you might say a few words to them and then you think about it and you kind of walk away a little bit and you come back and you're in their same space again, just say, I really appreciated you. I think you look beautiful today, or your clothes are fabulous. Something that makes them feel good and warm up to you. And then just say, is there any reason why I couldn't give you my card? And then they take your card and they're like, would you mind terribly giving me yours? Another key phrase I think works really, really well. And this is David Cooper. And I think it's tremendous. If you look somebody in the right eye and you want to just say to them, just like you're talking to them, and just say, is there any reason why we couldn't get together? I would love to pamper you. Who doesn't deserve that? And no one's going to say they don't deserve pampering, right?
Mhm.
So I think that's a great little suggestion as well. So great ideas, Fran, Chrissy, Zulema, Vicky, you guys have done a great job thinking of some of them. Does anybody want to go through a scenario real quick? Anybody have a question? Vicky, go ahead.
No, I don't have a question. I was just going to tell the girls the more you do it, the easier it is. And that's like something that I do every day that I'm out. I usually try and contact at least one person with whatever I'm doing. And a lot of times I'll just do it on the fact sometimes you don't want them to feel that you're really you don't want to, pressure's felt only when pressure's felt. So if you do it on a fun basis of just like, we've got some new products, I would love to try them on you. Is there any reason why we couldn't get together and do that? And just take it easy. And the easier we are, it seems like the more receptive people are to giving your phone number and everything. And I carry 2 sets of cards. I carry the set that's got the fold on it so that can get it all there. And then I also just carry the plain cards and I carry a little notebook, which I taught Monica to do. Always carry a notebook.
And
'cause
that's
you
so
gotta
you can
write that
record your
name
name.
down.
Is that so you can record your names and numbers?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. That's a great idea.
Just, you can pick them up at the drugstore, just a little Well, they used to be a quarter. They're probably $1 now. But yeah, you can just get them, and when it's full, you start another one.
That's
But the
awesome.
more you do it, the better it's going to be, the easier it is.
That's a good idea.
Absolutely. Zulema,
Mm-hmm.
do you have any other tips with meeting someone, let's say for the rest of us that is more Spanish or Latino oriented? What is a good connection that you make with them that say we wouldn't have that we could use? Would you have something you could use for that?
I think the same as Chris, it is hard for me just to let it out, but once we feel comfortable, like an example, I have these guys working, doing few things here in my house, and it was gonna be Mother's Day. I didn't sell anything that week, and I talked to them about Mary Kay, and I sold them their gifts for their wives. But the reason I was able to do it is because I seen them 2 weeks in every day, and I was comfortable talking to them about how they're like doing and everything they were doing. And I think that's the main reason for us as new consultants, even though we're not as new, because this is my 3rd year, is how Vicky and you say it is, the more we do it, the easier it's going to get. But if we don't do it, it's never going to get easy.
Mhm.
So that's the key, pretty much. We have had the training from our amazing directors every single week. We know what to do. They have given us the tools to be successful in our business. The only thing is stopping us right now is ourselves.
That's so true.
Mhm.
That's very true. And I can say that, like, I know I've had personal challenges in my life. I've overcome so many of them. But when you get tired of being sick and tired of where you are in your current situation, and each one of you will know exactly what I'm talking about. Like it's what's up here. And Zulema's right. We do have the tools. Like, I'm a 22-year veteran in Mary Kay. Many of you probably didn't know that, but May's my 22 years of being in Mary Kay. And so I have a lot of knowledge in my head, and you know what, we can pass that on to each other and build each other up and give each other the strength and the compassion and the courage to go on and show that we can bring others into this business and do fabulous things in Mary Kay, just like Joe and Dre have. And that would be a highest honor to them, I'm sure, that we would go out there and kick some tail, so to say. You know what I mean? So let's get some faces done, and just, honor them. And just along with that, and I want to say thanks to Joe and Dre too, because they've been amazing to us in our lifetime,
Mhm.
whether it's short or a long time in Mary Kay business. And they've given us so much of their time and knowledge. So we do appreciate you guys very, very much. So thank you, Joe and Dre. But we're going to also do a quick challenge tonight. So everybody's going to have a personal challenge. And this is so easy to do. Okay. So everybody raise your right hand. Okay. And you're going to say, I'm going to do this week's challenge. Okay.
I'm going to do this week's.
I'm going to do this week's challenge.
That's right. I don't hear Monica or Fran.
I'm
Oh,
sorry,
God.
I had you muted.
You muted me?
Well,
That's bad.
my dog wouldn't shut up. It wasn't you. I love you.
All right. So you got to raise your right hand and say, I'm going to do this week's challenge.
I'm going to do this week's challenge.
Now, see, you all agreed to it. You didn't even know what it was.
Yes, we did.
All right. So it's super easy. So do you all have business cards?
Yeah.
If you don't, make one.
Yes.
If you don't have one,
Yes.
make it. So what we're going to do is everybody is going to hand out the minimum of 5 business cards to 5 new people, strangers off the street. Pick a sharp looking woman, pick a mother, pick somebody that looks fabulous to you. Pick somebody who needs some pampering. If you see that mentally stressed person a little bit, but looks fabulous, nice dress clothes, they need you. They need you,
Yeah,
okay?
right.
So find somebody that really just stands out to you. Smile. If they smile back to you, say, hey, she's mine. Okay, not actually, but just say it in your head. And
Yeah.
I want you to walk over and I want you to talk to them and say, you know what, you've just made me smile today. And I really just want to honor you by giving you this little goodie bag, and just hand them your business card. Make sure there's a sample on it so you have a reason to get back in touch with them. Because that makes it easy. And, you know, and then get their phone numbers, give them a call back and book that appointment. Do a spa sesh, do a hydrofacial, just do a quick dash out the door look with skincare. Just make it simple and easy. So meeting 5 keeps your business alive, but let's kick it up a notch. Who's ready to do 10? Who can do 10?
We can do 10.
All right, Chrissy. Chrissy,
I said yes.
Okay.
who can do 10, Chrissy,
Okay, 10. This is in a week, right?
in a week?
Not in a day. Okay.
You can make it in a day and get it all over with. Where'd Fran go? Fran's hiding from me. Fran, you're gonna do 10?
Mm-hmm.
See if we do double the work, they'll invite us back to do this again. What do you think, guys?
10 in a week. 10 in a week.
She said 5, but you all can do 10. I have faith in each one of you.
Mm-hmm.
You're a hard taskmaster there, Amy.
I've learned from the best.
Yeah.
And you know, Andrea, she doesn't take names. She just picks, you know, she says, get to it, right? So I got to honor the both of them here. So we're going to do that. All right, ladies. Does anybody have any questions?
No.
No questions? All right. So you all know how to be really fabulous this week?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So we're getting names and numbers, Chrissy, right?
10.
10. Zulema, you
And
agree?
numbers.
We can do this, right?
We got this. Let's do it, girls.
So if you each get 10 names and numbers and you book a party of at least 3, how many faces is that?
That's 30.
30. Wow, power start. I didn't say you have to do it all in 1 month, but you know, let's do it. Okay. So, all righty. Anybody have any other questions? Anything going on? Okay. So you ladies have been amazing. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go for the night. Thank you for putting up with me. Zulema did great. I really didn't know what I was doing, but we made it through. So thank
You
you
did
guys
amazing,
so much.
Amy. You did amazing.
Yes.
Yes.
You did amazing,
Yes.
Amy.
Good job.
So did
Yes.
you, Zulema. I'll give hands to Zulema too, because she did awesome. And I know this isn't her PowerPoint, but you did great. Do not worry. Everybody loves your accent and we just have a ball with you. So cha-cha-cha.
Very good.
All right. So I think we should do cha-cha-cha for Zulema for tonight. Okay.
Okay.
So everybody on 3, we're gonna go ahead and say cha-cha-cha as soon as I get this to Joanna.
I'm
Okay,
going to record you guys.
you are. Okay, ready? Okay, wait a minute. I think I accidentally, yeah, I got it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Cha-cha-cha.